Good morning. My name is Kimberly Roman, and I am the Director of Marketing for FARO Technologies. Today we are going to discuss how to successfully implement search engine marketing, or SEM, for B2B companies. Let me start off by giving you a background of what FARO does so you can understand how and why we implemented SEM. FARO manufactures and sells highly precise portable measurement devices. So what does that mean? Well, the devices are able to take precise measurements down to 1/3 of the width of a human hair. Our devices are used to measure things like airplane wings, automobile parts, measure crime scenes, or document buildings. Now, the challenge that I face in marketing is that because our products are so technical in nature, a lot of people don't know that they even exist. So I tend to take a very educational approach to marketing, and that's one of the reasons why I've implemented search engine marketing, to be able to reach out to those who may not know that our technology exists or may not know that they need it yet. So as we get into the presentation, I'm going to go over a few things. First, I'm going to go over an introduction to search engine marketing, talk about search engine marketing specifically for B2B companies, give a little bit about the importance of content, talk about landing pages, talk about CRM integration and follow-up, and then touch a little bit on retargeting. So what exactly is search engine marketing? Well, it's a form of internet advertising where companies pay to have their ads appear at the top of search pages. Pages like Google, Yahoo, and Bing are ones that participate in this pay-per-click type of advertising. When you create your advertisements, you choose which keywords you want and you determine how much you want to pay for each click. The ads are sold in an auction-style format, with the highest bidders getting the best placement on the pages. Believe it or not, search engine marketing has been around since the late 90s. It really started to take off in about 2003, and by the mid-2000s it was noted as one of the fastest growing types of marketing. In 2008, $13.5 billion was spent by U.S. advertisers on SEM. So when is it useful to add SEM into your marketing mix? Well, if your company has a website, you should have at least thought about adding it at some point before. So when is it useful to add SEM into your marketing mix? Well, if your company has a website, you should have at least thought about incorporating SEM into your marketing plan. Now, think about the content on your website. How compelling is it? Is it educational? Is it informative? Does it easily explain what your product does? This is the type of information that you'll need in order to have a successful SEM campaign. It's probably safe to say that the majority of your target audience goes online for information. Even at FARO, where a lot of our customers work on the shop floor in quality control or in manufacturing, they do spend some part of their day online. Almost everybody goes online for information, and they perform searches to find what they're looking for. Now, if you purchase keywords that are relevant to your product or service, you're going to be driving traffic to your website of people who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. So now you're probably thinking that you need to start looking into this, but you don't have any time and your team is completely swamped. This is where you need to call on the professionals. I manage 5 different products. Each of my products has its own set of keywords, its own ad copy, its own target markets. Combine that with the fact that popular keywords actually need daily monitoring to make sure that you're still staying up on the search engines. This is where I turned to Oneupweb. I researched a bunch of different companies that specialize in search engine marketing and search engine optimization, and I decided to go with them and contract them to manage my Google and Ad Center accounts. They actually take my accounts and manage them on a daily basis. With their expertise, their monthly updates, and their goal setting, I couldn't be happier with the decision. So let's talk in a little more depth about search engine marketing as it pertains to B2B companies. As we all know, in the B2B world, our customer is a lot different than that of a B2C company. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we need to market to them differently. There are 3 main things that you want to keep in mind when you're thinking about search engine marketing for your B2B company. First of all, your prospects are in a research phase. For most of us, we sell strategic products and services, meaning that these come with long sales cycles and intricate decision processes. For the lucky marketers out there who sell tactical products and services, ones that are generally less expensive or only involve one decision maker, you're actually going to see the benefits of SEM rather quickly. You'll also probably have the ability to attribute revenue directly to your advertising program. When marketing strategic products and services, expect to experience lower conversion rates, but understand the importance of SEM in a nurturing program. These individuals are actively researching as they are searching online. So they definitely have potential, but don't expect them to go out and buy your product just based on a Google ad that they saw. The second thing to remember is that just like consumers, B2B buyers don't like tricks. Keep your ads clean and to the point. Don't use gimmicks, excessive exclamation points, or misdirected copy. Say what you mean and mean what you say. If you say click here for a white paper, bring them to a white paper. This brings me to my third point, which is education is your best friend. As I said, these individuals are in a research phase, so give them the tools that they need. White papers, webinars, best practices, tips and tricks. All of this is information that your prospect is going to find valuable, and it's also going to help sell your product to them. With all this educational content, make sure to be relevant. If you don't have the content to support a keyword, don't place an ad for that keyword until you have the content. You're not going to be fooling anybody if you send someone who clicks on an ad for a car to a white paper about a calculator. Write specific content for your ads, and when you deliver that relevant content, you're going to see higher conversions. The same rule applies for your landing pages as well. Make sure that your landing page follows the same message and theme as the rest of your content. The goal is to maintain consistent messaging throughout the prospect's experience. If you're advertising a keyword for a sports car, make the ad copy about a sports car, deliver educational materials about that sports car, and make the landing page show that sports car. Your prospects aren't psychic. They're not going to know that behind a landing page with a picture of a calculator is actually the white paper on the sports car they're looking for. So now that you've successfully delivered your message to a prospect and received a conversion, what do you do with that information? Almost everybody that I know today uses some form of a CRM program. Get those leads into a CRM program. As marketers, we are always being asked to justify our budget. Without an effective way of tracking the leads from your SEM program, you'll be unable to justify the money you are spending, and you may even be asked to cut the money you're spending on SEM. At FARO, we use Salesforce.com, so I've set up all of my landing pages with web forms that integrate directly into Salesforce. This way I can run reports on how many leads I got, which campaigns are doing well, and I can even track things after the sales team starts their follow-up. Now when the sales team takes over and starts following up on the leads generated from SEM, it's important to still maintain control over the messaging and what the communications are. It's important to provide your sales team with the tools that they need to be able to follow up on these leads. Don't just hand it off and think that your job is done. Develop phone scripts, email templates, and other types of collateral for your sales team to use as they're following up with these leads. When you develop these materials and deliver them to the sales team, you're not only providing them with the valuable tools to assist in the sales process, but you're also ensuring that your message and your marketing, as well as the branding of your company, are maintained throughout the prospect's experience. So what do you do with the people that don't convert? Do you just ignore them and chalk it up to the negative side of your ROI? Not at all. There's a marketing strategy, well, actually a science out there called retargeting or remarketing. This is a process that, through the use of some code on your site, displays specific ads to prospects who went to your website but didn't actually convert. These ads will actually show up on other websites after prospects have left your site, acting as a nice subtle reminder about the information they were looking at on your site. Once again, content is crucial here, maybe even more so than in your initial ad. Remember that the first time you showed them an ad, the prospect didn't convert. So if you showed them a white paper, this time maybe show them a webinar or a different type of video. Be logical. If they didn't respond to something the first time, chances are they're not going to respond the second time. Retargeting is your chance to offer up something new and possibly reclaim lost conversions. So in summary, the bottom line is that search engine marketing can work for a B2B company. You have to have a strategic plan, partner with an agency who knows what they're doing, offer compelling, relevant content, and contribute to the sales follow-up. Thank you for your time today. I hope you've learned some tips and best practices for implementing SEM into your marketing mix. Good luck with your future marketing.